Tommy, how you doing, mate?
I'm all right, mate.
Good to see you. Today we're outside the beautiful courts of justice, the High Court.
Yep.
On the Strand. I love coming back to the UK, but it's always litigation, isn't it?
I'm in court more than judges.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
With this, it's I think they realise there's more than one way to skin a cat, and that's what they're doing. So
it's like the process is the punishment.
The process is the punishment. The fees are the punishment. We have a politicised court system anyway, so I don't have much faith in it. With this, I'm just shocked still that what the solicitor that's representing this young boy, Jamal.
Give us 1 minute backgrounder here. So this is a Syrian boy.
So there's a Syrian boy up in Huddersfield who had a bottle of water poured over him. The media and his solicitor and all these people used that situation, which was a school playground dispute, to blow up that it was to do with him being a refugee and it was a racist. The police found it had nothing to do with racism. It had nothing to do with racism, okay? Forget, even though Piers Morgan told the country it did, even though the media said it was racism and poor refugee, I was contacted by people in Huddersfield, from the school, from parents, from families, saying actually the way this is being spun is not the truth. Jamal is not innocent. I done what I done, which is go on and give the other side of the story. What's happened then is this solicitor, the same solicitor so this was made as a money-making scheme, I believe, because there was a GoFundMe account set up by a man called Mohammed Tahir. Now, Mohammed Tahir set up a GoFundMe for Jamal, the poor Syrian boy who had been bullied. They raised £157,000.
Oh my God!
Mohammed Tahir is currently facing. There's a Mohammed Tahir from Huddersfield. So this was in Huddersfield. There's a Mohammed Tahir from Huddersfield who's currently facing the death penalty in Pakistan for smuggling heroin into England. Now, what I was told straight away was that by all the families, is the reason why everyone was so scared. Bailey, the boy who poured the bottle of water, had to leave the city. His family had to leave the city. All of the Pakistani gangs got involved. And I was told straight away that they're all connected with these heroin gangs. Now, it seems that Mohammed Tahir, who set up the GoFundMe, is now on heroin charges. The other gentleman apparently is a convicted heroin dealer who was involved. So people were scared. I started telling the other side of the story. I was contacted by his solicitor, and they told me to remove my story and to be quiet, basically, or I'd face legal prosecution. Did
you correct? They obviously disagreed with your version of events.
They disagreed with my version of events. Everything I said, as a reporter, if I speak to families and they tell me stories,
right,
I report it.
Right.
Okay. Well, what they're doing now is taking me to court to say that I have to prove everything I said was true. Now, to prove everything I said was true, I will need young children who are victims, which actually I have. So I have a young girl who was hit by Jamal with a weapon, with a hockey stick as a weapon. That girl is willing to come to court. I have another child who's willing to come to court. We have a school teacher who's confirmed that Jamal isn't innocent. We're awaiting and hoping to get the school report. But even with all of that, the costs that they're about to talk to today, his law firm are saying their cost for this case will be £450,000.
That's insane.
You'll hear it
It sounds like a money-making scheme. There's no way that this boy Jamal suffered those kind of reputational damages.
£100,000 is for Jamal, £450,000 is for the solicitor's charges. They're putting in bills of £400 an hour, all of which I'll have to pay. Jamal has insurance. This isn't costing Jamal a penny. This is all, Jamal has insurance. So my fee so far, I've spent £65,000. This will cost, my defence will cost £200,000.
It's a shakedown. The process is the punishment. I mean, it almost doesn't matter if it's a contempt of court case, a criminal prosecution, the football case in Luton. If they're taking up your time and money, it's having the same effect on you.
It's exhausting. It's exhausting. That's all you're concentrating on. And essentially, if you saw when the media, when this solicitor, Mohammed Punji, handed my family's address, which is a breach of data protection, it's a breach of GDPR. He gave it to the man with red hair, which you see, Dick Coughlin, who's a far-left Antifa extremist.
He's a madman. Like he seems unstable.
He's made comments about raping my wife's skull.
Oh my God.
He's made comments about my children. He said he's going to mince and kill my children. So the man that the solicitors sent to my children's home. So now I'm in a predicament because I have witnesses who are children, who are vulnerable children. And these vulnerable children are scared, and they're scared because everyone associated this seems to be involved in gangs and drugs.
Yeah.
So
how are they going to testify? I mean, they probably want the truth to come out and to help you, but a kid would.
They're willing to testify, but what I'm not willing to do is give this law firm
Right.
The law firm that gave an extremist my children's address.
Right.
I've seen the knock-on effect. These children are vulnerable.
Right.
I'm not willing to give them, which I'll say today, I'm not willing to give that solicitor these children's names and the details. I'm willing to give the judge them. I'm not willing to give him them.
Well, it'll be very interesting. So today's just a quick hearing to deal with those preliminary matters. Is
Preliminary
that right?
matters, and obviously we want to stay on this case because the Solicitors Regulation Authority have confirmed they are investigating this law firm
For sending that Antifa
for sending
to
an
your house.
extremist to my family's house. He didn't just send an extremist to my house. They live streamed it.
Wow.
They gave the name of the road. They gave the area. They told people where my children were.
Right,
They know
right,
there's threats to my
right,
children.
right.
They intentionally done it. So because of that, I'm refusing, and we're going to say to the judge there has to be a stay in the case.
Very interesting. Well, I'm glad to be here to live tweet it. Tommy, I'll let you go confer with your lawyer. Nice to see you, mate. Good luck in there.
Thanks a lot.
All right,
Thanks.
cheers. I'm back to the UK to cover Tommy Robinson's latest trial. This is a really abusive trial. The lawyers on the other side are conducting themselves in a bizarre and punitive way. I think I got to be there to cover it. Tommy asked me to go personally. If you can help cover the cost of my flight, I'd be really grateful. I managed to get an affordable fare. I think $1,400 for a last-minute round-trip ticket is pretty good. If you can help, please go to TommyTrial.com. Thanks.